With the capacity to fly at an altitude of 35,000 feet and cover an area of 1,000 kilometers, the Israeli Heron MKII drone, deployed on the Indo-China border, points to the story of India-Israel relations coming out of the shadow of old political calculations, driven by similar threats and enemies. According to a Stockholm International Peace Research Institute report, India is Israel's largest defense buyer, but the defense relationship between the two has evolved from India simply being an importer to Indian companies collaborating with the Israeli aerospace industries. Though India partners with Israel on various weapons systems, unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs or drones are an area of particular interest. The IAI has reached agreements with Indian manufacturers to produce UAVs in India. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has signed MoU with IAI to help the Indian defense manufacturer to manufacture drones at home. After Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Israel in 2017, the IAI signed a similar agreement with Elcom Systems and Digital Technologies to manufacture drones in India. More recently, earlier this year, the HAL signed an MoU with the IAI to convert civil passenger aircraft into multi-mission tanker transport for air refueling with cargo and transport capabilities. India, last year, bought 4 Heron drones from Israel to deploy in the Eastern Theater with China. These drones are also now being equipped with weapons under Project Cheetah. These drones act as eyes in the sky that help strategize according to the enemy movement on the ground, enabling effective use of military resources. Acting as force multipliers and also increasingly effective weapons when armed, these modern weapons have surfaced as a game-changing factor in modern warfare. Azerbaijan's use of Turkish Bayraktar drones to secure its first-ever military victory over Armenia in 2020 is a case in point where drones played a decisive role. After the Kargil War in 1999, India realized the importance of having good quality drones with the ability to fly at higher altitudes in bad weather for surveillance in tough terrain where acquiring intelligence through personnel is difficult and risky. Ever since India has invested in high-tech drones, Israeli defense industry has carved a niche for itself as a leader in UAVs. It realized the importance of having eyes in the skies early in 70s after the 1973 war with an alliance of its belligerent Arab neighbors. Although Israel emerged victorious in the war, the victory came at a huge price. Israel suffered heavy casualties as it could not preempt the attack. It started investing in UAVs with surveillance after the war. Its very first drone was the Scout, which was inducted in 1979. It was an unmanned vehicle with a black and white TV camera mounted on gyros which could see only during the day. Today, 40 years later, it has come far from that. The growing military ties are also helped by the similar nature of security issues faced by the two. Both India and Israel face radical terrorism as a domestic threat and sit next to hostile neighbors with live conflicts that keep the threat of armed conflict ever looming.